Let's walk through the Blackboard Learning Management System, or Blackboard as we'll say, for PHY203 at North Shore Community College. This is the home page. If I press announcements, we get back to this home page. We know we're there because it shows the textbook, it shows the course name and meeting time. It does point out that there is online learning in this course because it's a hybrid course, hybrid class structure. Let's go to the Start Here button on the menu over here on the left. That's where all our menu items are. In the Start Here, that's where you have the textbook link. That gives you the e-textbook. It gives you the link. You can also from here purchase a PDF or a bound copy of the textbook, or just get a free e-textbook. Our IO Lab device that we'll be using in lab, this is information of how you can rent that. So these you should get familiar with as soon as possible. The Start Here guide that was emailed to you so you could get onto here, that's found in PDF form right here. And the introduction to the course video, which was also emailed to you as a link, that can also be found here. And a PDF of that orientation as promised can be found here. And then there'll be this video, which is the LMS walkthrough. Learning Management System is what LMS stands for. So that's the Start Here. The course information folder is where you find the syllabus. You can find a Zoom link to my office hours. You can find my instructor contact information and schedule for fall 2024. Additionally, as promised, there's guidelines for everything that's accessible in this course. And you'll see here there's also a problem-solving process video that if you are not already familiar with a strong 5-step problem-solving process, review this video. Even if you are, review this video. But then this will walk through each of the guidelines that I do have set up for this course. As stated in the introduction video, make sure you look through these guidelines so you know what the expectations are, clear expectations for each of the assessed items in this course, each item that you will get a grade for. So that again is in your guidelines folder under the course information tab. Additionally, I have sample exams set up for each of the exams that you will take. There's exam solutions, hopefully there's none there because you haven't taken an exam yet. So once you take an exam, there'll be solutions in this. And additionally, there's additional general web links that you might find useful and academic and technical support. You should explore these folders. Again, that's under the course information. Weekly activity summary, I encourage you to review frequently, at least each week. That goes through day by day what I expect you should be doing, what is due, and what we will be doing, for example, in class. We don't meet on Tuesday, but on Thursday, during that lab time, we're going to use these Google Doc teamworks. We'll treat this lab like a classroom. Instead of submitting things, we'll just be using a Google Doc. And then you can peek ahead at week 2. This is also what's in the outline of the syllabus. If anything changes from the syllabus, that will be changed in these weekly activities, and you'll get that as an announcement as well on the announcement page. But again, now for week 2, you're expected, on Monday, you want to prepare for the Tuesday's class, by watching and reading videos. But additionally, if you look on week 1, back on week 1, you do have, although there's no homework due on week 1, there is a discussion post due on Sunday, and that's for starting our module 1 electric force and charge. And so then that's what we'll be covering. You'll do the pre-lecture videos as instructed here, and then on Tuesday we'll do some teamwork for that. Post-class, you'll upload that teamwork and you'll start working on your homework, and next Thursday, we'll have our first lab in week 2. So use these weekly activity summary to help you really understand what you're expected to do each week. Additionally, the general due dates are set up here at the top. Okay, so that's weekly activities. Where is the learning content? It's under this learning modules folder. Note there are, as promised, 11 learning modules. Learning module 0 really just has this introduction video and some additional videos I encourage you to watch, but I ask you to watch this at minimum before our first class meeting. Module 2, excuse me, that was Module 0. Module 1, that's what we'll be starting with. At the end of this week, you'll start doing these pre-class video learning. So note, within each module, there are Module 1 notes or a learning guide. You should use these notes to help you go through the videos. There's also, in this case, a couple of additional examples highlighted to help emphasize the problem solving. So once you open the notes, then you can go in and start going through these videos. So note that each module is separated into A, B, and C. And you'll see, each what videos are in there is also labeled on this exterior outside of this folder. But as you go in here, you see these embedded videos that you're expected to watch, and you should read about them a little bit in the notes as well. Again, use the module notes as you go through each of these videos is the intended way this course is structured. Additional videos I think are helpful for you. In this case, vector additions. This will help you with vector additions. Electrostatic equilibrium. These are just some cool videos that are like demonstrations from a lab, doing them in a video format. And then under the problems for homework and review, you will find, in this case, there's a solution. You see a solution to one of the problems. There's a solution to problem 8 as well. Not sure why I'm showing you the solutions already, but there they are. We'll see if they're there the first day of class. This homework sheet shows you is a statement of each of the problems. You'll also have the answers to each of the problems. So again, that's what's in each module folder, as well as any additional web links I think might be interested to you. This pertaining to the module. Again, that's where all your content is. You'll be weekly activities and learning modules you'll be working with weekly. The weekly discussion, that's in fact the discussion. So week 1, as I told you on Sunday of week 1, you'll have to be answering these questions. Make sure you refer to the discussion guideline before you just go and post your response to these questions. By Tuesday of class, you'll want to have replied to at least one of your peers. So we use this as a discussion. That's under the weekly discussion folder. Weekly quiz. That's, week 2 is when we have our first quiz. And again, that's due before class. And it tells you here, you have a lot of time to take the quiz, so you can have it open as you're going through the material. And again, it's just to assess, a reminder of some simple things, concepts, physical concepts that we're learning with each week's content. Weekly teamwork, that's what we're working on in class each week. And note here, there's 2 weekly teamworks set up. We have week 1 and week 2. And typically for each week, there's going to be the problem sheet, there's going to be a submission box, and after class, you'll see the submissions. Week 1, that's our lab, so we'll be working with Google Docs. So it'll be a little different than week 2 through 15. Weekly homeworks, these are just submission boxes. It does tell you what homework problems are due. You can see the homework problems here, or you can see the homework problems in the weekly activity summary. There's probably 15 problems for each module. You're not asked to solve all 15 problems, so you have to see which problems you're asked to solve and submit each week. And you can see that here. This is where you'll submit them. It should match what's in the weekly activity summary. So these are all the things that you're going to be submitting each week: a discussion, a quiz, your teamwork, your homework. Additionally, for extra credit, these weekly preview notes. When you're watching your videos, I want you to actively watch videos, read your textbook, and take notes. When you're done taking notes, summarizing them into a 1-page or 2-page summary is what I want you to upload here. Then we're down to the lab section. In the labs, we see each of the labs posted here. For example, these are general lab instructions at the top, how to purchase your IO lab kit, documentation on the electromagnetic kit, and any quick link to further information page. So go in here, explore this before our first class and first lab. Lab 1, you'll be needing to have read over the general information before you access what's in Lab 1. And again, you see here there's a pre-lab quiz, there's a pre-lab instructions. Then there's in-lab worksheet and post-lab assignment here, both in PDF form and in a Google Sheet for you to work with. So again, this is for each of these labs. You'll see something like that. Now, since I don't want you to have to dig in there to submit things for each lab, there's also the submission boxes. So you can see the outside folder shows for lab 1, you have your pre-lab quiz, that's in the lab folder. You have your in-lab work that you're going to submit and your post-lab work. So there'll be submission boxes in here for that. And lastly, we have grades, email, and tools. So if you want to check your grades, you can check them here. If you want to send an email to anyone in class, you can do it through here. Here's the Blackboard help for students. I'm going to remove this group so we don't need that. And library resources. If there's any additional tools you want, let me know and I can put these in here as well. All right, and we'll click announcements. We get back to the home page. Hopefully this is clear to you and you understand how this course is structured and what's expected every week. I look forward to interacting with you on Thursday.